what's up, everybody? We are back live for our 8th episode of this IG Live podcast. Today is another one for the Hoopers. We got DRIBBLE2MUCH, Johnny Stephene. He should be joining us shortly. We just posted a trailer of 10 episodes that we shot with Johnny back in 2018. And he's a world-renowned trainer. He goes by the name DRIBBLE2MUCH. If you're in the hoops world, I'm sure you are familiar with his content. And we're going to get into his story a little bit, his brand HandleLife. And he's got clients ranging from Anthony Davis, Seth Curry, DeRozan, Scal. We're going live in a second. Here he is. Johnny.
What's up, man?
What's good, bro?
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How are you? Thank you for doing this. Thank you for joining us.
All day, man. You know I'm a big Fresh Focus fan, so.
Yes, sir. We're big HandleLife fans.
Thank you, bro.
So what we've been doing with this is just kind of reaching out to people that we've worked with in the past and just trying to get content for hoopers, filmmakers, coaches, all types of stuff. And obviously you work right into that the Hoopers brand, and the stuff that you've been doing with the live quarantines and the virtual workouts. It's awesome because people are a chance to get better. Explain what you've been doing during this quarantine.
Man, during this quarantine, I've been just trying to find a way to keep people active and keep them safe, because at the end of the day, once quarantine is over, man, you're still responsible for being a basketball player, you know? I know there's a lot of different things that's happening in the world right now, but as an athlete, you're still responsible. And I actually get motivated by watching the athletes that I train in the NBA that are still taking that responsibility to work out every single day. So it keeps my mind sharp to be, hey, man, I still got to be a coach. I'm still responsible to be a coach the same way you're responsible to be an athlete. So the virtual training session's been going well, and there's a lot of people engaged in working out.
Yeah, it's funny you use the word engaged, man, because that's exactly what I would use. Your fans get a chance to go one-on-one with you. So what has the feedback been like with the fans? They have to be engaged because they're locked at home and they're getting one-on-one sessions with you. That's pretty ill.
You know what? Surprisingly, man, I was surprised how well, the feedback has been connecting with me. It feels like I'm really there training them in person. I'm watching the kids do the drills and correcting them if they're doing something wrong. The classes are starting to build up with numbers, so now I'm starting to train in large groups together, and I'm giving them just like a quick 30-minute routine to keep them active. The engagement been amazing, and it's something that I just keep on working on and building. I'm a perfectionist, so I'm trying to get it perfect, and I'm invested into the cameraman and the lighting and the timer on the screen. I always want to do it like, how I am. I want to do it the best way.
Perfect,
that the kids that can learn. So, I've been taking it slow and going once a week every Saturday, but it's been doing good.
And dribbling, is one of those skills in hoops that you actually can get better on being stuck at home. It's like, it's not ideal, but it's something you can work on. So what does it mean to like take advantage of this adverse time and look at it as an opportunity, as someone as positive as like yourself does?
Oh man, at this time it's the best time for you to be at home and lock into your craft and getting better. As you know, man, as me and you talk, the NBA is changing, man. We got 7-footers like Anthony Davis that can put the ball on the floor and go full court and change the game. We got people like KD that can change the game just by being able to put the ball on the floor and create for his teammates or for himself. So, that's dribbling package and footwork. Right now, everybody doesn't have a hoop, but you can get you a basketball, right? And you get a basketball, go in your backyard, work on your handle, work on your footwork. By the time quarantine is over, you feel more comfortable with the basketball. So with me, when I grew up, that's how I learned how to dribble the basketball. I was in front of my yard every single day. I didn't really have a trainer that teach me how. I would just literally look at a video, and then I would practice that move 10 times, 20 times until I get it perfect every single time. And by the time that I get to the park and I'm playing against other kids, I feel like I have way more control in the basketball than everybody else around me. So at this time, being quarantined and locked up at the crib, you know, it's the best time for you to get that basketball and stay active with it, stay sharp, spend a lot of time with it. I think we went. Everything is slowed down, and we went away from just trying to get better at home, man. You know, there's a lot you could do at home, and I'm starting to realize myself. You know.
Yeah, for sure. And with your guys, when you've seen players get that handle, like once you've seen them accomplish handle, what opens up in their game? What have you seen players, you know, what does that do for, what does it do to take your game to the next level once you get that elite handle?
Oh man, once you get that handle, you just feel more comfortable with the ball. One thing that a lot of people don't know is, you know, you can have a lot of handles, but you still got to be efficient in where you're going and be able to react off instinct. You know, so once you're so comfortable with the basketball, you're able to make decisions quicker. Either getting a teammate open or creating for yourself or running an offense. So instinct is just as important as handle. For my players that I train, I see them get very comfortable, and then their creativity just opens up. I spent a lot of time with Chris Paul last summer, and just watching him from the summer to the season and how his season was starting to go. You know, I think he made the All-Star team, and his season was starting to level up. And it's crazy, man. We would have phone calls, you know, after games, and he's like, man, I used that move. I used this. My handle feels crazy. I couldn't do this last year, but I can do it. So it just makes you feel more confident with the basketball. You're more creative. So the better the handle, the more confidence and more creative you get.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And I've been able to see your drills up close firsthand. I know a lot of your viewers have. How have you gotten so creative with your drills? Like, how do you come up with it, or what's the flow of that? Like, what's your kind of, not without getting too detailed, obviously you're not going to give away the secret sauce, right? You're not going to give away the Coke recipe, but how do you come up with that creative stuff?
1, good. 2, 3, yeah. 4, good. 5, moving, good. Keep your feet moving. Keep it. Don't stop them. 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 Come on, let's go. Don't stop it. Good. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Good job, boy.
Man, I think it's all from playing experience. I was a guy that always played in the park. I used to watch a lot of N1 mixtapes, and I used to do a lot of that stuff. Speaking of N1 mixtape, if you guys didn't know, Fresh Focus had that KD video when he dropped 60, man.
Yes, sir.
At the legendary park, man. So that's a legendary park where I used to watch some of the great ball handlers like Rafer Austin, you know, like Skip to My Lou, they know him as.
Yeah.
Headache, you know, a lot of those guys I would watch and use my imagination mimicking them. So, you know, the secret sauce to that, how I come up with it, is I imagine myself being the player and what would I do on this move, you know, and everybody's game is different. So I watch a lot of film and break down film on the players that I'm actually going to teach, and then I add things that I would do to get open because I'm still a basketball player myself. So I think that gives me a lot of advantage as being a trainer because I'm a basketball player. I played college basketball 4 years. I played pro in Mexico, and I just know the game, man. I know the game more than a lot of people know, and I'm able to apply it, especially when it comes to, you know, dribbling and basketball and creating for yourself or your teammates.
And quickly, could you just talk about your brand HandleLife, how you gotten to this point with it, and kind of what it means to you, HandleLife, just the whole brand just itself? A lot of people might know you as Dribble2Much and not know the meaning behind HandleLife.
Oh, man. HandleLife is a brand that I created just from, I see somebody hashtagging, shout out to Doobie. Yeah, HandleLife is a brand that just, it started off with me being able to handle the basketball when I was playing in college and pro. And I got to a point in my life that I didn't know what I wanted to do after college, and I was between being injured and between trying out for, you know, the D League or going to overseas tryouts in Vegas and all that stuff. But I fell in love with teaching the kids that were in the community that were coming to the gym to work out with me as I was preparing to go back overseas. So, you know, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life at the time. I would work on handles every day, And then I just prayed, man, and I just put 2 feet into it, and I brought it together and made it HandleLife. It's not till after that I started meaning more to me, because it was a time of adversity that I had to step up to the plate. Things wasn't going my way. I was fishing to get to the NBA. You know, injuries happened. I didn't have the best college career, and I had to face adversity, and my back was to the wall. So HandleLife started meaning a lot more to me when it's like, hey, man, I handled adversities through life, through the game of basketball, through being consistent in my training. So that, and just from there, and then just from there, I took it to the next level and started training more athletes, from pros to, you know, camps and clinics all over the world.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And you've trained, at this point, the most elite pros there are. I was just looking back at some of the stuff, KD, CP3. I know we filmed AD, Seth Curry, Scal, DeMar with you. So that's kind of a good lead into the vlog series that we did with you 2 years ago. That was called HandleLife Sessions, and I remember when you pitched it, like, that was the same thing. It was the same premise, like, you wanted to be about more than just the handle. It was the handling life situation. So what was that vlog series like, and what'd you take from that, and when you look back on having that summer documented that we did?
Man, first of all, that was one of the best. That was the best series that I've had on YouTube from Fresh Focus Sports. It was really, when I look back on it, it still looks fresh and new. You can still learn so many different things from that series. You get the players to talk and open up and tell you their dreams and tell you their goals for the season.
My goal was, of course, win the MVP. I feel like I'm the best player in the league.
You get to see these players really grinding behind the scenes that you don't get into the NBA. Thanks to, shout out to DeMar DeRozan, Anthony Davis, Seth Curry, Scal, Problem, all of those guys that's giving me the opportunity to bring my camera around and be able to explain that story. So HandleLife Sessions, it was just a series for people to see what goes on in these sessions and get the insight from the NBA players and pros that I work with.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked it out, you can check it out on my YouTube. You can check it out on Fresh Focus's YouTube. It's one of the best series that we have. We got to kick that up again, because
definitely,
when I look back at it, it was just so smooth, and ESPN took our footage and put it online.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I feel like the fans want more of that when I look at the series. Really look at it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a hooper, you're doing yourself a disservice not checking it out, because it is an all access of the workout that you're putting 4-5 NBA type guys through, and it's like all access. It's awesome. Actually, one of the best workouts was Khalil too, who's also pro overseas. That was one of my favorite workouts to shoot, just because he's such a beast in there.
Oh man, and you get the thing about that sessions too. You really get the behind the scenes of how he feels through the workout. Our Thanasis and Fresh Focus Sports does such a great job of capturing that organic feeling and that real life feeling. It makes you feel like you're really behind doors with us. And in that series, Khalil Duke's probably, he had one of the best series too, because you can see him getting frustrated in the drill, and me coaching him and encouraging him to say, hey man, you can do this, man.
Yep.
You need to focus on here. Let's go. We need to grind like we want to get somewhere. You can feel that energy, and then you see him pick it up, like raw and uncut, just pick it up and start growing and growing.
Yeah.
And that's what the message is for a lot of these young kids, that they see all the highlights and all the plays, but they don't see when Anthony Davis is in the gym and trying his hardest and messing up and picking the ball back up. They don't see when DeMar's actually listening to me and paying attention and really locked into what I'm teaching them. They don't see Khalil missing shots and then now locking back in. So that's the great thing about Fresh Focus and the experience with the HandleLife Sessions that you captured and you showed.
Yeah, man, and that was awesome. And you giving us that access is everything, because without that access, we can't do it. So we appreciate that too. It was awesome working with you on that. One more cool thing I want to talk about from that series, and then make the transition into how you're an artist, is we had that awesome moment where Problem just happened to walk into the studio while we were filming the studio, and now that song is on NBA2K, which is just so dope.
So dope. It's so dope, man. Problem is so dope. He's he's kind of like me, man. He's multi-talented. He can, write movies. He can do music. He can edit, mix, master, engineer. You'll see a lot of that stuff in HandleLife, where I come out of the studio, and the HandleLife sessions, when I come out of the studio and it's like, Problem is mixing and he's doing his verse in 10 minutes, and you'll see that energy. But as me as an artist, man, I'm always was good at, making music. And when I built the HandleLife brand, I wanted to give the kids in the community and the players, the pros, something to listen to before the game. So I did a whole album called Locker Room.
Yeah.
And the reason why I call it Locker Room is because it's what I want you to listen to and focus in before the game to give you that mental confidence and give you that mental memory of, you need to be going hard or crossing somebody over or remembering this move or giving you that type of confidence. I even had KD featured on my Locker Room album. So as an artist, I keep on growing and growing and growing and being able to express, basketball training through music, and just keeping it, 100. On my next project, I got about 10 songs. I got 3 songs that's going to be on NBA2K this year.
Wow.
And I got one of the songs that's featured with DAMIAN Lillard, and it's called HandleLife Story. I haven't even told anybody about that yet.
Yo, that's sick.
Yeah, you're the first person to hear about it. And it's where I'm going at with the next project is I'm still telling the story about basketball, but I'm telling it in a different way. I'm more telling you hey, how it is struggling growing up, trying to get through basketball, being an athlete, and in college, and not having food, eating off of ramen noodles, and the story, the grind that it takes to be an elite athlete, the story that nobody ever really tells. So I got Dame to open up and tell us his story growing up.
Wow.
And the way he spit those bars on my song that's going to be on NBA 2K, he really expressed growing up in private school and going to public school and making a transition and, changing the game, going to Weber State, getting drafted. And he said that all in a verse for me, and I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for it, man.
Yeah, that's amazing, bro. Dame is so legit as an artist, man. And that's a perfect combo for you guys. I feel like that's just a natural, both of you, what you do. That makes sense that you guys collab. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Dame got some new music coming out, man. Shout out to Dame Lillard. I really respect what he do as an artist. I'm so glad that we was able to get a collab and a feature. I always wanted a feature from Dame just because I respect his music so much. Yeah. So, he got some heat, and trust me, Thanasis, this next album is 10 times better than my first album.
That will be impressive if that's the case, because the first album is fire. They're still
Thank you, man. We captured that, and I actually I'm building a studio here in the garage, and I want you guys to come through. And we shoot a series about some more music, maybe do some behind-the-scenes music of the music that's going to be on 2K, man.
Definitely. I saw that on the IG story. That's going to take it to the next level, that anytime you get motivated, you could just jump right into the studio right there. That's amazing.
It's your home, too, bro. Anytime you want to come and edit and chill out, it's your home, too. You can come through and come edit, chill out. We're going to have the big screen in there. I'm going to be learning a lot about editing and mixing and master, too, trying to be all in-house, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Yo, so as we're coming to an end here, just for going back to hoops a little bit, for someone that's mastered dribbling and studied it so much, if you had to put your top 5 dribbling or handle, hoopers, who makes that list for you?
Kyrie Irving, 1,000%. Kyrie Irving is number 1. John Morant is very impressive with that ball, boy. I know. So, and I would say he's a young guy, but it's just somebody current. I would go Kyrie Irving, Iverson, and those two are a toss up between Kyrie Irving, Iverson, Chris Paul, Stephen Curry. Kyrie Irving, Iverson, Stephen Curry, Chris Paul. Are they in order, or we just?
You don't have to go in order.
Okay, all right. This is a tough question. There's so many talented,
for sure,
guards out there. But if I had to go, not in order, it would be Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul, Stephen Curry, Iverson, and one more. Who am I missing? Stephen Curry.
You said Ja. If you want to throw Ja in there.
Who?
You said Ja before.
John Morant.
Yeah.
He's cool, man. I'll throw that youngin in there somewhere.
Yeah, he's tough, man. I saw him play live a couple of times this year.
He's kind of like tough so early that you don't want to say Jamal Crawford. Yeah, Jamal.
Yeah, that's a
Crawford.
good call.
John Morant is so tough so early that you kind of afraid to say it. He kind of have to do it again to make you like be blunt about it. Like,
yeah.
He was so blunt this year about being so good. It's like, yo, this is cool, but rookies sometimes get away from that. It's all about now that they know you hot, what you gonna do. It's like when Stephen Curry started killing, right? Everybody was like, yeah, Stephen Curry killing, and then when everybody knew he was hot, and then he went back and got the MVP again.
Yeah,
that's what stamped him from being like,
yeah,
I'm here. That first hit, anybody can get that Jeremy Lin sanity. You can get that Lin sanity. It's all about now we know you hot. You a target.
When the defense.
So John Morant got a target now.
Yeah, when the defense starts getting focused on you and you still do it, that's a different level. Yeah,
that's a different level. And John Morant, that's all he got to do next for me to be like, gotta put him on the fan list, man. I am a fan, but big fan list is when you kill them when you kill them and they ready for you.
So Johnny here, before we let you go, just HandleLife. What's the next level as we're talking about taking the next level? What's the next level for HandleLife? What could we expect to see in the future of your brand?
You could expect to see a lot more in-house, things that I'm doing. Of course, I'm taking the virtual training to the next level of Zoom classes that I've been doing every week, Saturdays. You can check out the link in my bio to check it out. With HandleLife, we're just working and operating as a team. I got Brian in Florida that's been killing it in his Zoom classes and basketball training. And just look out for more storytelling on building athletes. That's what I want people to look out for. And that's through music and through basketball training and content. So that's the next step for us at HandleLife. Can we build the story of Chris Paul? Like, how do I capture, that story of Chris Paul when he came to me in the summer and he's like, yo, I got to grind. I feel like they threw me out there and it's time for me to step it up.
Yeah.
They threw me out there. I'm ready to go. And I want to be able to capture that story and show that progress of Chris growing and growing, then jump into the season. Or if it's a high school kid like Sky Clark, and I have him in ninth grade as a ninth grader in his ninth grade summer through his sophomore season, and you see him kind of progress. So that's the next step for HandleLife as a brand, is just to be able to show you guys the work behind the scene, at the same time offering different ways for you guys to learn through Zoom, HandleLife live training application, or products like the Heavy Ball.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Thank you again for taking the time to do this, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you for always looking out and showing love to Fresh Focus, and we'll definitely link up and collab.
What's up with Fresh Focus, man?
What's up?
What's Fresh Focus been up to?
We've been grinding, man. We putting out a lot of content. This past year, we did a lot of high school hoops. We focused on. We did a 10-episode series with a player here in California. We focused on the Patrick School in New Jersey, and then next year we're having we got a school. We can't say who yet in California, but we got a big school in California and a big school in New Jersey again. We're gonna do a docu-series on both schools.
Man, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you guys, and thank you for having me a part of the content. I'm looking forward to checking out all the content you guys got.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you everyone that watched.
HandleLife, y'all.
Peace.